maybe.
What if I threw you?
I mean,
Yeah.
How about I just pick this up?
Hey, Chris. Chris.
what's up? Yeah, what's up, Dom?
You seem like you were like craning your neck up really hard while looking at your computer screen for this Echo Gear ad that you were going to think of doing.
Oh no, I mean, I slept really weird last night, so I have a stiff neck. So I'm trying to look up. I'm trying to look at my computer monitors, but they're just too low. I wish I could raise them a little bit. My neck's just stiff back here.
Yeah, your shoulders are looking a little tense. I feel like there's probably two solutions here, and I'll tell you what, one of them you're gonna get a discount on, and the other one you're not gonna.
I mean, I'm a cheap bastard, so I'm gonna go with the discounted one.
All right.
What do we got? I mean, like I said, Dom, I have a stiff neck right now. My neck is stuck like this. I sit at my computer all day. I've just been trying to figure it out. I have a pillow behind my back. I try to lift my feet up. I don't even know what's going on, but like my whole body's just deteriorating, and I think it's all starting because I have to sit at my computer and stare down at my monitors all day.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like something that could cause you a lot of fatigue and stress and pain. But I'm going to let you in on a little secret that I learned halfway around the world. So there I am on my gorgeous Australian vacation, getting a lovely couples massage with Lauren, and we're going through the motions here. Got a little like foot scrub, got a little exfoliation action, got some essential oils in there. There was like a little cedar wood, little something nice. And I'm thinking about this, and I was like, man, like this is really great, and I feel like I'm releasing a lot of tension on my back and on my neck. And I said to the woman, I was like, man, this massage is great and all, but I really wish it didn't cost so much money. And she leaned down and she whispered in my ear, why wouldn't you just get an Echo Gear monitor mount? And I had to ask because I personally am only like I have only surface level familiarity with it. And let me tell you something. I mean, the massage took about 90 minutes to relieve my pressure, but I've heard, and now stop me if I'm wrong, that Echo Gear mounts only take like 15 to 20 minutes to set up. That sounds like
I think I have to stop you, Dom. I don't think that's true. Do you think that's true?
It has to be. I mean, that's what
something with that much quality cannot be that quick to put together.
It is. It
There's
is.
no chance.
And
hold on, let me call someone. I think I might know someone that could know the answer to this. Let me call someone.
All right.
Hello?
Hey, Rob, Chris.
Yeah. I think you got the wrong number.
No. This is you. I talked to you earlier today, so I'm acting like you changed your number. I have a quick question, and I'll let you go. I know you with your girlfriend right now.
Yeah, please go ahead.
So I'm talking to Dom, and you know how my back and my neck's been giving me issues lately?
Yep, of course.
He let me know about these computer mounts from what's it called? Echo Gear. Definitely Echo Gear.
Say that one more time.
Echo Gear?
You're breaking up.
Hello?
You going through a tunnel?
Yeah.
No, I'm going through a tunnel. I got to call you back.
No, Rob, really quick.
Well, yeah.
I'll let you go. So Dom let me know that the Echo Gear mounts, he said if I buy one and there's going to be a discount on it, which I think is total bullshit. And then he said that it's going to take less than 15 minutes to put together.
Oh, wait, you haven't heard?
Is it true? No chance.
Let me let you in on a little something. All right, you listening?
I'm listening.
Crank the volume all the way up. You still listening?
Yeah, I'm listening through my phone right now.
Okay, that's good. So, the Echo Gear monitor mounts will take you under 20 minutes to put together. You want to know how I know this? Because I have one myself. No. I have one for both of my monitors. 2 monitors. Not just one, but 2 monitors. Okay? And I put it together in under 20 minutes. You're right. I am a genius. It makes sense. But it's easy to put together for everybody.
Well, I mean, if you have one, actually, hold on. Can you explain that to Dom? Let me three-way him in. Hold on, because I can't explain that. Hold on.
What are we back in high school? What the fuck is this?
Hey, Dom, you there?
Rob, I just kind of came in on the end there, but did I hear you say that you can use Echo Gear mounts with multiple monitors?
You're right. You did hear me say that I was a genius. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah. No, so if you wanted to go to echogear.com right now, you could find yourself an Echo Gear monitor mount for not just 1, not just 2, but also 3 separate monitors. And it will take you under 20 minutes to put together. And you know what's even better than that?
What's better than that, Rob?
What?
if you save a little money in the process.
Wait, okay, so I heard about this. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Rob. I'm so glad that you're here as a lifeline because I don't know how we would do these ads without you. So I've heard through the grapevine by my Australian masseuse that your Echo Gear monitor mounts. Now, typically they're already at a pretty reasonable price, from what I understand. That's I mean, yeah, I'd say for quality of that caliber, I mean, you'd be a fool not to pay the full price, and you can if you want to. But I've heard that Echo Gear mounts are currently at an incredibly generous 10% discount using promo code 10wicked. And now, I don't know, it could have been her Australian accent. I don't know what she was saying. Is that true?
Oh, it's true, baby. It's fucking true. If you use promo code 10wicked right now at checkout at echogear.com, or if, for some reason you're scrolling through Amazon, it was Prime Day the other day, you get a bunch of shit just sitting in your cart, and you're like, you know what? These fucking slippers aren't going to do anything for my neck or my back. Why would I get these? Just search for Echo Gear monitor mounts on Amazon, and at checkout, using promo code 10wicked, you will save yourself 10% off your final purchase.
That's absolutely incredible. All right, well, we're going to go do the podcast now, so I'll see you on the internet, Rob. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm going through it.
I'm sorry, but bye.
Bye. That was pretty good. I liked it.
Another week up for me. I'll tell you that one.
Hold on, one second. Hold on, let me edit that real quick. One second.
John, does it still say you're playing World of Warcraft?
It might. Yep, it sure does. One sec. Hold on. Chris giving me like the wild like delayed response on that too. I'm like, hey Chris, and he's, what's up? All right, let's do this. Hold on, I'm gonna change. Oh, can one of you guys change that to talk shows? I'm just hitting the. I'm just setting up the thing.
I got it.
All right,
I'm here right now.
Yo, welcome back to Not Another Gaming Podcast. It's your boy Papa Dom, back from fresh off the plane, still smelling like vacation. We're back. It's episode 85 of the most illustrious video game podcast on the internet. Number one top trending gaming podcast on Spotify. You might have heard of us. Maybe you did. Maybe you didn't. But, we're here to remind you, you're now rocking with the finest degenerate journalists on the internet. I have heard, I've had some messages. I got some DMs. I got some tweets, saying people are still enjoying the show, which is great. I feel like I probably should have stayed over in Australia. Maybe I could have gotten away with it. And I was just kind of, hoping to just maybe change my name, like, get a couple boomerangs and, a pet koala and just call it a day. But, I'm married to the game at this point and I can't leave you guys alone. So, happy to be back. And, we're back. It's episode 85. So, in the starring role of that ad that you just heard, definitely doing the brunt of the work. I would say did most of the heavy lifting. Chris P., how are you?
I'm doing great. I mean, I'm just a hardworking man. I really give it my all at all times.
Have you ever taken a break, honestly?
No, never. No. Sleep is the cousin of death. Don't know what that has to do with anything, but I heard the game say it before, and I really felt like
absolutely. So you keep one eye open or something, let the ink die on the pages, or some shit like that.
I don't fucking know, something like that. But yeah, I'm out here. Like you said, Dom, fresh off the plane, still smelling like vacation. Fresh off the throne, still smelling like shit. Crispy.
That was incredibly poetic. Rob, how are you?
I'm doing all right. It's crazy that I had to sit the ad out this week. I put a lot of faith into you guys, and I think you guys did okay without me.
Yeah, I'd like to think that we did all right.
I think that creativity was like, I can't even fathom that creativity out of me. The three-way call.
I thought that was great.
Script that.
Best supporting actor.
Honestly, I was hoping one of these days you'd like bring some of that creativity and that creative juices right onto the website into a nice article or something.
Like I know my position. Like I know what I'm good at. I'm just looking out for the people. No one wants to
What is
read
that?
my shit. They just want to hear.
What is that position?
No one wants to read my shit.
Yeah, hold on. Let everybody in on this.
They don't want to read my shit. No one wants to read my shit, and they just want to hear me. Hear me spew sweet nothings into their ears.
Good Lord.
I just know where I stand.
Well, you can
I
go
know
to
my strengths, and I know my
twitter.com/wickedgoodgames and apply to be Wicked Good Gaming's newest writer.
Please, seriously, please, for fuck's sake.
But we're back, and it's it's been, I feel like it's been forever. Missing 2 whole episodes was definitely a heartbreaker for me, but I'm glad that the guys held it down, and I'm glad to be back. So I'm glad to be just yelling in my home office again. I got the ironing board back there, got a couple of Lawrence dresses hanging up, like real professional.
We barely scraped by.
Yeah.
Like literally, when it comes to technicality in the podcast, nope.
No bueno. I think at one point I even said I really wish Dom was here.
He did, and I threw up in my mouth. I vomited just a little bit.
Listen. I mean, I'm not gonna. Know your worth. 2018. I'm not going to sell myself short. But at my 9-to-5 job, I did end up shooting the shit with the guy. This is like kind of unrelated. A couple months ago, I was like shooting the shit with the guy who runs their podcast, which I'm not going to plug because I'm selfish.
Good.
And he was telling me all this different stuff, and he was like, "Oh, you do a podcast too?" He probably thought I was like, "Yeah, I put my shit on SoundCloud and I commented on Instagram models links to my fucking SoundCloud page." No, I was like, yeah, it's just, I mean, it's a tough category. We got a real crowded field, but we're like the number one top trending gaming podcast on Spotify. It's not like a huge deal, but like, a couple people have heard the show. And he was like, "Oh, really?" And then the rest of the shuttle ride back to the hotel, he's like, "Please tell me your secrets." I was like, "Listen, got a couple guys." I was like, the trick is to not blog anything and to just do the podcast. That's like pretty much keys to the major key. But I missed you guys a lot, and but I'm glad I'm home. So why don't you tell me about your weekends? Let's do a little weekend recap. Bert, what'd you get into this past weekend?
Fuck, like now I'm just thinking, I know what I did this weekend. I stayed in on Friday because I had to wake up early to go get blood drawn on Saturday. And I'm a big fucking baby when it comes to getting your blood drawn. Like, I got no problem getting shots. I enjoy getting tattoos. Like, it's strange. I actually enjoy getting tattoos. But, like, I get that pain from a tattoo, and it makes me feel like I'm actually feeling something again, even though I'm so numb all the time.
Oh,
good.
Please.
Good.
But no, I had to wake up early on Saturday to get blood drawn. So I woke up. I didn't eat for like 24 hours because I had to fast.
Yeah.
And I popped a Valium. And at that point, I was like, all right, I can fucking do this. And I went. I got my blood drawn. It took maybe 6 minutes. And I'm like sitting there with my head back, listening to music. And then I feel like the woman like wrapping something around my arm. And I looked over and she was like, "Yeah, you're done." And I was like, "Excuse me, what did you just say?"
Wow.
And she was like, "Yeah." She was like, "Yeah, you're done. Here's a cup of apple juice." So I got a cup of apple juice.
Wow, that's sick.
Wow.
And then the rest of Saturday, I was
like, "Yeah, you're done.
Here's a cup of hurting from the Valium I took in the morning. But it was also 2 of my nephews. We celebrated 2 of my nephews' birthdays because, when we celebrate one of them, we have to celebrate, the rest.
Yeah. They actually come in packs. Your nephew's the only ones that come in 6-packs.
Yeah. Yeah, almost. It's close.
We're getting there.
Need one more.
We're getting there. Chris, how about you? How was your weekend?
It was good. I stayed up the latest I've stayed up in years on Friday, and not even because like it was a wild night. We were just sitting in someone's backyard. We're just kind of sitting there, forgot about time, laughs, hee-hees, ha-has. And out of nowhere, I heard the birds start chirping. I'm like, what the fuck? So I looked down at my phone. It was like 3 a.m. I was like, oh my God, I was supposed to be sleeping 8 hours ago. This is wild. So I went home, had to be up for work early that morning. So it was a tough day all around. I was running off like 4 hours of sleep.
Yep.
Which, I mean, it's normal for a lot of people, but not myself. I get my 8 hours in. I worked Saturday, work Sunday. So Saturday night, I really didn't go out. Yeah, boring weekend. Try to get some ass. Didn't work, but what can you do?
Wait,
You hate to see it.
What?
You hate to see it. How do you slip that in at the end? That's like objectively the most interesting part of your weekend. You hate to see it.
Because I sent a "you up" text at 7 p.m. I don't think it's supposed to work.
Yeah,
that
she was
way.
like, I haven't gone to sleep yet. What the fuck do you mean?
I was loaded at like 2 p.m.
Oh my god.
Shooting you ups at 7. Wild.
Yeah, that's wow. So you guys did good. You guys did good while I was gone. So I got back. So Australia for the last 2 weeks was kind of cool, but I was on the other side of the world, so I was expecting to be just like jet lagged into next century. I saw a lot of weird shit out there. I met some koalas and held some koalas. They're the dumbest fucking animal I have ever met in my entire life.
Really?
Koalas are just like us in that they sleep like 18 hours a day. They wake up exclusively to eat food that is like borderline poisonous to them, and then they just go back to sleep. And that's it.
Like good.
The leaves that koalas eat take like 18 hours to digest so that they don't kill them. Like you just like need to go to sleep so it doesn't kill you. I can hear Rob clicking and looking up, ordering a fucking pallet of eucalyptus leaves for himself.
Oh,
and then
yeah,
he's just gonna fucking
won't.
stay up and wait for it to poison him to death.
Yeah. I'm gonna do my last stream ever, and it's gonna be me downing a bunch of eucalyptus leaves and seeing how long I can go.
Dr. Bob deletes 50 pounds of eucalyptus leaves in an omelet.
I'm down. I'll try it.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Try anything once.
So that was kind of cool. Another weird thing that I saw out there, you know how like you go to like Revere Beach or any beach really, and you can pretty much count on like seeing people play like wiffle ball or something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah. We were on the beach. We were on Bondi Beach in Sydney, or just outside of Sydney. And there was a lady playing with like what I thought was just like a huge flat wiffle ball bat, but it was cricket. And I realized that I was like, man, I'm on the other side of the world and people don't fucking watch baseball here. So this lady is, I mean, this is like a 96-year-old woman, somebody's grandmother who's playing cricket, and they're pitching it to a weird, and there's like weird little posts and bases set up. But this lady is hitting absolute fucking piss missiles into the ocean with this cricket ball bat. And I've never been more entertained in my life. I couldn't believe it. This lady is hitting fucking salamis left and right. They're like, yay, grandma, yay, grandma. I was like, grandma's going to get off the fucking PEDs. I don't understand. I mean, this poor lady's got...
Dude, I almost forgot. I won my kickball championship this weekend.
Hey!
Bang! Bang. Dude, we had to play 2 games. I completely forgot that we had our kickball championship. We had to play 2 games. A semifinal. We were undefeated the entire season. And then we still had to play a semifinal game because there were only 7 teams in the league. And then whoever won that went into the championship. 1 inning left. We were down 2 runs. We've never been down a run the entire season, right? Down 2 runs. We got people on 3rd and 2nd, and Justin Donati kicks an absolute boot. So shout out to Justin. An absolute fucking boot to get 2 runs in, and we tie it and go into extra innings. In extra innings, I got one of the outs. I got a ground ball. I was playing right field, ground ball to right field, and I hummed it all the way back to the pitcher, Marissa, and she got somebody out at run into home who would have won the game. And then Marissa ended the game with 2 more outs. And then we're going into our last at bat, and there was 2 people on base, and I got up. And the inning before this, I thought I broke my foot. So I'm fucking hobbling onto home plate. I kicked the farthest kick in the history of kickball. Of all time, in a full baseball field, I kicked it, it bounced, rolled to the fence. Oh, wait, no. That was my in the park home run. I kicked it over the center fielder's head, and then we got the scoring run. But then in the championship game, that's when I kicked over the center fielder's head, hit the fence, in the park home run, bang, bang. Number 1.
Fucking oxygen tank.
Yeah, oh my God, it was so bad.
Go all the way.
And then he passes
back,
out of third base.
back. I wish I was there. I can't wait to be a commentator for your thing next season. Me and Chris are going to be in suits, sweating bullets.
Dude, we should do voiceovers to the game.
Oh my god, it's going to be
Dude,
good.
Here's Rob.
We're back to back champions, dude. Back to back champions.
We got a heavy team.
Yeah, we do. We're going for the
Real heavy
dynasty.
team.
We're going for the dynasty next year.
Oh my god.
If you added everyone's weight on your team, how much do you think it would be?
Like a ton. Like an actual ton.
Like an
maybe?
actual, yeah. I mean, you've got like 5 or 6
Like
pretty
4 of
big
you guys.
boys.
Yeah.
Like 4 of them. 4 of them hits a G. They hit a G.
I mean, you've got what, 4 or 5 girls on your team? 5?
Yeah.
They're probably what, like 500 pounds combined?
I don't know, maybe
600 maybe, if I'm being fucking mean. Like, and then the rest of you that's 2 of you guys. So
look, man, we're champions back to back. Somebody my size, aka it's me. I'm talking about me here. Kicked it in the park home run because I have the boot. I summoned my inner Sebastian Janikowski and I kicked that thing to the edge of the field, right over. I felt bad too because it was like the poor girl playing center field, and like I usually kick it to the left field, but I was like, no, this one's going far. It's going deep, way over the girl's fucking head. Bounce, hit the fence.
You know you've really hit rock bottom when you brag this much about kickball.
it's been
Oh
20
my
minutes.
god, the best there ever was. It's that simple. You find that you get a team together. I dare you.
Nah, that's all right. I'll pull a hamstring. I want people to go to work for months.
No, I did. My foot is still throbbing in pain. I'm in agony.
Well,
Video games, huh?
I'm happy to hear it. Congratulations to your kickball team, and I'll be sure to be there in like a Craig Sager tie-dye fucking suit, commentating the entire next season. So, or if somebody dies on that team and you need a slightly undersized, because I'm fucking undersized on that team. I look like fucking.
Everybody is.
I look
Everybody.
like I look like Scottie Pippen on that team compared to you fucking monsters.
We're literally like the Monstars from fucking Super Junior.
I'm like 195 pounds, just like soft, and I'm still like being dwarfed by half the people on that team. But God bless you. What a sin. So did anything like interesting happen in video games this past week? Because I'm literally like I've been scrolling for like 2 days for video game news, and I literally cannot find a fucking thing. I know that like Blizzard royally fucked up World of Warcraft by dropping patch 8. 8.0 dropped, and a lot of shit is just broken. Tons of bugs, like things are just not working, and it's transitioning into a new expansion. So usually what they'll do is they'll squish all the stats in the game, so that way, you know, all the people that are super OP from in being like maxed out, having best in slot gear on everything, now have just okay gear, and you know that preps you to go into the next expansion, so that when you pick up like a common item, it actually feels like an upgrade. But I know a lot of people are not enjoying that, but it's okay because we only have a couple more weeks until Battle for Azeroth drops, and I can't wait for that. So that's going to be really cool.
Speaking of Blizzard, the new Hearthstone expansion was announced, not released. I think it's coming mid-August, early.
Yeah,
like
it was
August 7th. I think.
Dr.
Drops.
Boom's something or other, right?
The Boomsday Experiment.
What do you think about that? Do you have any early takes on that?
Yeah, I mean it's interesting. They're adding a new keyword to the mech pool because they're introducing more mechs.
Right.
Because it's all based around science at this point. They're introducing a keyword called magnetic. So if you play a mech with magnetic on the field, and then you play another mech afterwards with magnetic, it like absorbs the stats of the other magnetic cards. Something like that. I don't know exactly how it works, but I know it's essentially like you're absorbing the stats of another card, kind of like a Spike Ridge Steed, kind of like
Yeah. Okay.
yeah. But beyond that, I mean, some of the cards look really interesting. They're finally introducing legendary spell cards.
That's cool.
Which is interesting. Some of them don't really. I've only seen 2 of them. I think they've released so far, and I don't know how much sense they actually make. But I don't fucking know. I've been off and on my Hearthstone grind for a little bit.
They have the Omega cards as well, which is like basically if you play them at full mana, like if you play something I think at like 10 mana instead of 4, it'll actually have a separate effect. So there's the one that I was watching in the demo was like the Omega Defender, and it's like 4 mana, but when you play it, it was funny that you said Spike Ridge Steed because it was like the same exact effect, and it'll change it to like 10-6 instead of like 4-4 with taunt, which is really cool. So I think that's an interesting gamble to take. I can't wait to see like the way that impacts different like control builds, especially ones that are like waiting for their cards to be a lot more effective, and the different effects that you can pull out of their ass. So I'm really excited to see that. I actually wasn't as interested in the Boomsday project until I was looking at the different card effects, because those look pretty cool. And I think I'm excited to I'm excited to see kind of like this is the first expansion without Ben Brode involved. Our dear friend, who has gone on to hopefully greener pastures. So I'm excited to see like where the direction of the game goes from here, and hopefully it'll carry on to be the game that we all know and love. But yeah, so I mean, who knows? I mean, he might have had his paws in this expansion as well, but I'm not 100% sure. Crazy Jace, what up? Thank you for the bits. Good evening.
Mr. Broads.
Ben Broads.
Yeah, I'm sitting here with Ben Broads.
Sitting there with Ben Broads from Hearthstones.
Look,
fucking
all right.
Still an all-time great interview.
Whatever.
But yeah, and Ben Broads went on to start or be a part of a new company called Second Dinner. They haven't really announced anything yet. Just that like they're a game studio and they're gonna be posting details, when they have them. So, yeah. Anything else happened interesting lately?
Well, the season 5 of Fortnite dropped.
Yeah. Talk to us about that?
Honestly, I like it. I think this is one of the seasons I'm gonna actually pump the most time into. Well, not the most time, but a good amount of time. They're adding little things that are really cool. So you can upgrade individual characters now, which is kind of cool. You can like upgrade them to different clothes, which sounds minimal, but it adds more than just unlocking the person. Like, great, there they are. Something that I was hesitant towards was the golf carts that they put into it, drivable golf carts, and you could put 3 team members on it, 2 in the back, 1 in the front, and you can shoot out of it. So it was great. There's going to be vehicles, and like it's just going to ruin the game. But they're so fucking fun to drive. You can drift in them, and you like hear them pull the e-brake, and then the tires go like and start spinning out. It's super fun to drive, and it adds like a different way to get across the map.
Yeah.
When like times are tough, if you don't have a launch pad.
Can you like shoot out of them?
Yeah. You must have not have been listening. It's all right. It's all right. Yeah, you can shoot out of them, Dom.
You know who did that first and does it better? PUBG.
I was watching you play PUBG, and I was like nodding off because I was so bored.
Oh well, not for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not my cup of tea, Not my cup of tea. But speaking of cup of tea, I had a shot of tequila today at 8 a.m.
Could you care to elaborate on that?
So I keep my work life and my gaming life separately. So I'll just say I had some sort of we were getting pictures taken of us for a certain magazine, and me and coworkers, we were not really big photo shoot guys. So we went into the fridge to get like breakfast at my job. There was a bottle of tequila there. So they're like, "You want to do a shot before we go outside?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure. Ain't no bitch."
I mean, hey, I am not one to judge. That's a bold move. Did you take nice pictures?
Yes, they definitely came out nice. I should have more of them tomorrow or sometime coming up. Definitely going to toss it on the gram. I need the likes. Yeah. I need the likes.
Wasn't there a Fortnite tournament, back to this real quick, wasn't there a Fortnite tournament that like didn't go well? The like summer skirmish or whatever. Like I was hearing some like really like tough shit about that.
No, I didn't even hear about that, to be honest.
There was the PUBG Invitational happened.
Yeah.
Or it might not have been the Invitational, but they did they selected like pros and like top tier streamers to be captains, and then the captains would select 3 people to play on their team. It was actually pretty fucking interesting. It was fun to watch because a lot of the captains were people that typically played together. Like Shroud and Choco Taco used to play all the time. Or Shroud, Justin, Choco Taco, they all play together, but they were separated by being captains and then creating their own team.
So Shroud was allowed to play after the whole cheating bullshit that he went through?
There is no way Shroud ever gets banned permanently from PUBG.
Yeah, he's like the biggest thing they have.
He's the biggest thing that brings faces and eyes to that game.
Oh shit! Speaking of that, what was that? What was the big convention that just? What was like the most recent big time convention? The names slip my head.
There was the Halo Championship Series that just happened. Well, I mean, it's not the whole fucking thing, but that was just going on. I know that DreamHack Atlanta is right around the corner. That's only like a month away, right? And then
that's what it was.
No.
So no, what it was?
DreamHack Atlanta is in November. DreamHack Montreal is in September, which we have to get on top of.
Yeah, that's true. We do need to get onto that. It was HCS London is coming up. Let me see. HCS New Orleans is the one that just happened though, and they announced that there's going to be a Halo 2 doubles tournament at DreamHack Atlanta.
That's which Proximity's playing in, right?
No, he's playing in fours. I was actually talking to him. Shout out Proximity, friend of the program. He's playing in the 4v4 Halo 5 tournament. But this is the first time I think that they've had Halo 3 at a major in a while. So it's going to be pretty dope. They're going to have it's a doubles Halo 3 tournament, and it's going to be for, I think, 10 grand, which is pretty dope. I mean, putting up 10 racks for a game that's like 10 years old is pretty incredible. So question for you guys is if you could have, like, let's say you enter into a contest tomorrow, if you could have, like, a game that you used to be really good at, and I know Rob's going to love this fucking topic. I'm good at every game I play, I'm good at. If you could have a game that, like, you could be really good at, like your dream game and dream mode, and become like an actual major or like a sideshow in a major, give me like the event, set the stage for me. I want you to really paint the picture. Give me like the event where it happens, what the game is, what the mode is, and what the prize is. And, you know, if there's more players involved, make sure that you include them as well. Rob, do you want to go first, or do you want me to save you for last?
You can save me for last.
Why don't you go first? I feel like you have the most colorful answer, and that'll give Chris and I some time to think.
Oh, but you came up with the topic. What do you mean?
All right, I guess I'll do it. Give me a second. Jesus, I wasn't even ready to.
I can go. It doesn't matter. No, you already know what I'm gonna say.
I know what you're gonna say. I know exactly what you're gonna say. I just need it like in all the gory details is really what I need.
Yeah, it's gonna be Gears of War 2. And it's going to be, and if it's anything like the PUBG Invitationals where I get to choose who my partner is, because specifically, we're playing Wingman. You know? And you know who the only Wingman I ever want in Gears of War?
Who's that?
Mark the fucking Shark. Okay? Yeah. Mark the fucking Shark. Because me and him were ranked in Gears of War 2 Wingman. You put us on stage in front of millions, hundreds of millions of people, and we will put on a spectacle for you. Guarantee it. Guarantee it.
I love it. Now,
you want to know what's going to happen? We're going to play Jacinto, right? We're going to play on Jacinto. You know what's going to happen? Mock's going to pick up the long shot. I'm going to get my frag grenades. I'm going to throw frag grenades. I'm going to get 2 kills minimum with. 2 kills minimum, maybe 3, depending on how bunched up people are. Mark's going to get 2 headshots. And then from there, it's just bang, 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 off the walls, wall bounce. Coming alive, active reload, boom, your head's gone. What are you doing now? You're lost. Get off the stage. This is my stage. My stage now. Bring up the rest of them. That's what happens. That's what happens when you play me in Gears of War 2. I get pissed. Mock, we're bringing it back, pal. We're bringing it back. Put us up.
You actually think Mock listens to this?
Yeah, I know. But put us on stage like E3. Maybe they want to do, we're doing a nostalgia tournament. Gears of War is up on the main stage. Cliff Blazinski walks up behind me. He's rubbing my shoulders, right? Rubbing my shoulders. Man, I've never seen anybody this good at this game before. How do you do it? And I look him in the eyes and I say, step back, sir. I have a game to win.
Wow. Christ, huh?
Look me in the eyes when I fucking pop this dude's head off.
I won't even look. I'll be staring right in Cliffy B's eyes. The whole time, bang, headshot, you're dead. What are you gonna do now? You see that one, Cliffy B? You're right. Get off my stage.
Get off my stage.
Chris?
Every single time.
All right, so mine. I'll start by saying the game. It's going to be Counter-Strike, Global Offensive if we're going to get technical.
Yeah, we are.
So this is what happened. It's DreamHack Montreal. It's been a couple days. I've been on a fucking bender. Somehow myself and my team, we made it to the finals. I was very quiet the whole time. The announcers are talking amongst themselves. They're like, "Oh, I wonder where Chris has been this whole time. He's usually the top frag on the team. He's just sliding by under the radar. He better come out. He better come out guns blazing in the finals here. We're expecting a lot out of him, and he hasn't shown it to us this weekend." So I'm already going to set the tone by like, where's Chris been? He's not playing the part. He's just nothing like we thought he was going to be. So I have a lot to prove right now. So it's finals. We're playing. We're versing Immortals, and they showed up late too. We showed up late. we all had a late night. We all had a late.
You guys were partying with each other.
yeah. We were going for it. Me and K&G got in a little argument the night before, but like we're over it right now. So we're down to the final match, final round on Dust. 1v4. I'm the only one left. I got the op in my hand. I get the bomb and I get op. Actually, no. Yeah.
No. You're defusing. You're on.
I'm defusing. So I get the op, and I'm coming out. I'm playing very strategically, very cautious. I see someone running up the hill. He stops. Boom. Pick him off. Everyone knows where I am. I jump down into the pit, and then I come up, and then they plant the bomb at B.
Oh no! What are you gonna do now? They just planted the bomb at B. What do you do? You're in pit.
I gotta play calm. I'm trying to decide what to do. Should I go short? Should I go long? I decide to go long. I'm going right up the hill. So here I go. I'm slowly creeping up. I peek the corner over towards the catwalk. Boom! Take his head off. Headshot. Everyone knows where I am now.
Oh my god! 2-on-1. 2-on-1. What are you gonna do? Bombs.
I'm on fucking pins and needles right now.
Shoot again. Miss.
Oh!
Pull out the pistol. Hide. Pop up, boom, 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 kill him. I throw a smoke grenade onto the bomb. I'm going to defuse. I fake defuse. I jump out my op and I pick him down the street.
Oh, let's go.
Crowd goes wild. I defuse. I walk up to Kanji. I put my finger in his chest and I say in Spanish. I know how to speak Spanish right now, so I say "fuck you," whatever that is in Spanish. I walk up to his girlfriend. We stop making out. I'm a hero.
That's great.
Wow.
That was beautiful. It was beautiful.
Wow. I pictured it so many times.
Hi, Tom. Tom, you're up, pal.
So I've been thinking about this a lot. And I would like to think that I'm not as prolific as a competitive gamer as the two of you guys are, but there's only two like video game tournaments that I've participated in the last like 2 years, and I'm gonna let you guys choose, and I'm just gonna wing it. I'm gonna paint the picture off the top of my head. So it's either Wii Sports Golf or NBA Jam, and you let me know. We'll do a little choose your own adventure. I need the chat to get in on this. Wii Sports Golf or NBA Jam.
Wii Sports Golf, in my opinion.
Sports Golf. Yeah.
Gotta hear this. I gotta see how this plays out. You said you were gonna paint a picture off the top of your head. Yeah. What a greasy picture that will be.
Wow. Great one.
It's gonna be a fucking oil painting.
Could wring it out.
Wow.
From extra virgin olive oil.
All right, guys. All right. Mr. Linguini also says golf. I know he'd have my back on this one. All right. So tough day on the links for your boy. It's a pro-am. Naturally, I'm the pro here. The weather conditions are absolutely terrible. It's like 30-mile-per-hour winds going west, and I'm playing the hard course of course, none of this fucking middle of the mall shit. And it's me and like, let's say I don't know who's like a good amateur. It's me and Jimmy Garoppolo. I'm the pro.
Vin Diesel.
It's me and Vin Diesel. Yeah, it's me and Vin Diesel. A couple Dominics, a couple very prolific Dominics. And we're playing against, Jimmy Garoppolo and fucking Rory McIlroy. Rory McIlroy has been tearing it up. Rory McIlroy has been tearing it up. We're on the back nine, and I'm shooting like 3 under. Rory's like 4 under. We've been neck and neck the whole time. I'm sweating bullets. So, if you can picture this, the Wii Golf Expert Mode, there's like 5 islands. And it's really difficult, especially when it gets real windy. Like I said, like 26, 30 mile per hour winds shooting west. Otherwise, beautiful conditions, not a cloud in the sky. This is happening at. This is happening at. This is in the Overwatch Blizzard Arena. And this is just like a beautiful summer day. It's an exclusive promotion. Diablo III just launched on Nintendo Switch, so Blizzard and Nintendo have this partnership, so they're letting them rent the space. Absolutely sold out crowd, easily 45,000 people. And I'm sweating like a fucking maniac. I'm sweating like
surprise.
Yeah, you woke up sweating like a maniac.
Stop me if you've heard this before, but I've been sweating since fucking 3 a.m. And unfortunately chose like a gray Under Armour polo, so you can just see like they look exactly like they do right now, just black, straight black,
repulsive,
straight black. I mean, I've been carrying my partner the entire time. Rory McIlroy just doing his thing. All of a sudden, Jimmy G absolutely fucking drops an absolute gem. 2 onto the green, shaka, complete shaka. And I'm carrying, I got the water boy coming running off the stage, getting me a cup of Frost Blue Gatorade. I'm sweating out the Jameson gingers from the night before. Only way they're gonna, keep that momentum is if Rory steps up, continues the spectacular performance that he's had, makes a pretty bold shot into the wind, and hooks it and smashes right into the side of the wall right before the green. Probably, it looked like it was going to be, it might have been a 1-on. Got a little too big for his britches, misses it, whole crowd gasps. There's not a,
my God, why would he go for that?
Why would he go for that? Too ballsy. That's it. Who was my partner again on this? I don't remember. Vin Diesel, yeah.
Vin Diesel.
I'm just like thinking of Vin Diesel. We're actually now we're both in white denim vests, by the way. I take off my polo and there's a white denim vest underneath, and Vin Diesel claps me on the shoulder and he says in like a really deep voice, "It's all about family."
I am Groot.
I am Groot. No, he says, "We are Groot." And I was like, "You're right."
Oh, shit.
I was like, "You're right."
I said, we hungry.
We are Groot. So I do the sign of the cross. I kiss my St. Anthony chain because I have one of those and it's iced out. And I make the same exact shot as Rory. This is for birdie, and I birdie this hole. We win it. I swing back, let my arm fly. The Wii remote almost flies off my hand, but I got the wrist strap on as instructed. The whole crowd gasps. They think it's gonna go backwards. And the Wii remote gets dangerously close to Rory McIlroy's face, like goes and almost taps him on the nose. Come back around, beautiful swing. The wind almost takes it, and absolutely drain the shot for the win. The crowd goes insane. Everybody's sweating just as much as I am. People are crying. They're calling their parents, and 2 people in the crowd kiss each other like they did when the soldiers came home from World War II. They have like the nurse and the soldier kissing. They do that. And it's just a classic moment. And, I don't know what the cup looks like for this Wii Sports tournament, but I'm drinking out of it. J-Mo Gingers.
All right, okay.
That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life.
Okay, so how in all of our scenarios are we celebrating after these wins?
Oh, my God.
Well, I call you from Los Angeles, and I know Chris is in Montreal. And I know by now
I'm also down the street because I'm at E3.
Oh yeah, down at E3. E3 and this final are taking place at the same exact weekend. And since we actually sold Wicked Good Gaming, we have gold-plated private jets at the time. So we actually all just meet in. I don't know. I actually got nothing. I got nothing here. We'll meet.
Okay, all right. So here's what happens. Right.
Tijuana.
Me and Mike the Shock. Right. We go up against the rank 1 and 2 in the world. wingman partners in the world in Gears of War. I shrug Cliffy B off my shoulders. Bang, bang, it's done. We're done. Actually, it's wingman, so we're going up against 1 through 8, and me and Mark, we were the underdog the entire time, right? We come back, we were ranked like 60 and 80, and they're like, how did they make it this far? And I get the fucking Eye of the Tiger going on, and we win. And I shrug Cliffy B off, and he hands me, and the second I win, frag over the top, boom, 3 kills, done, game's over. Cliffy B walks out with a gold-plated real-life Nasher, and he, not a real-life Nasher, a real-life Lancer, and he hands it to me, and he goes, you're the best I've ever seen. And then you call me, and you're like, Rob, how'd it go? How did you win? Like, did you make it to the finals? And I'm like, Dom, obviously, what the fuck why are you even asking me this? Now, of course I won. And then I take a selfie with Mock and my gold-plated Lancer.
Mock's taking down a cig in one puff on stage.
Yeah, he's indoors. And we meet halfway. We're in like San Francisco. We travel to San Francisco because why not? And then Chris is just landing right now on a plane. He's got his own private jet. There's nobody else in his team with him. He was like, nah, guys, I got something I got to do. I'll see you guys back in New York later. I got to go to San Fran for the time being.
I'm with KNG's girlfriend.
Yeah, she's there too. And then right when we greet you at the airport, locusts appear. Wow. Just out from under the ground, just boom, off
Didn't
under the ground.
expect this one, boys.
At this point, I still have a crowd of people following me from E3. They're like, "Where's he going? What's he gonna do now?" And I'm like, "Look, I'm in the middle of something. Hold on." And then boom, hole in the ground, locusts stop pouring out of it. What is anyone gonna do? We're in the middle of an airport. How could we possibly? What can we do? There's security running all over the place. TSA is checking people's balls for guns because they need something. And I'm there standing on top of the kiosk, fucking Lancer in hand, and I just, boom, drop 2 snub pistols to you guys, and we're just fucking going through the locusts, just bang, bang, bang. And then General Ram comes up, and it's just me and him just bang, 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 bang. Lancer just the whole time. And then Chris caps him in one leg, and then Dom caps him in the other, and just boom, Lancer right through his chest. Right, just shoulder down a belly button, splits open, and I look through, and there's just people cheering for us the whole time.
I love it.
All right, sick. All right, cool.
I think that just felt like the greatest acid trip that I've never took.
This was supposed to be like the celebration, though. That was your celebration.
Oh no! After that, we're all just walking around signing tits and shit, high-fiving, kissing babies.
What I would do? Yeah. Want to hear what I would do?
Yeah, go
they
ahead.
named the airport after us.
Wicked Good Gaming International Airport. Go ahead, Chris.
So after I take down Immortals single-handedly, the owner comes up to me after the game and he says, "I've never seen a player like you before."
The owner of Counter-Strike.
What?
The lead developer of Counter-Strike.
Yeah, the lead dev. But yeah, the owner of Immortals comes up to me and is like, "Hey, never seen a player like you before. You're so handsome. You're so good at the game. You have so many girls following you to the games. You are just everything I wish I could be." I say, "Thank you, sir." And he goes, "Hey, I would love for you to come stay a night at the Immortals house. We'll show you a good time. We'll take you out for dinner, and you can meet everyone on the team. Have a good night, and then you can consider joining the team." So like, you know what? I'll do it. And they're like, "Oh, cool. You can jump on our jet." I was like, "No, thank you. I have my own." So I fly to LA with the boys from Immortals. We show up. We have a good time. We're going out. We're drinking. We're doing drugs. Don't do drugs. I'm just kidding. I don't do those. We're drinking. We're having a good time. We're at the strip joint. We're just enjoying the night. They all think I'm joining the team. They're all excited. "Chris, I'm so happy to have you on the team." "Yeah, me too." And they all fall asleep, and I rob the house blind, and I leave. I go back to Montreal, and I go back to the Airbnb that I was staying at with all the Immortal stuff. They call me in the morning and say, "Hey, where'd all that stuff go?" I say, "I don't know, but I really had to go." And they said, "Why'd you have to go?" I said, "I really had to poop, so I went home." And that was all. And then I would take all their stuff, and I'd still be with KNG's girlfriend, and we'd have a fun day. We'd get a breakfast sandwich at what the fuck's the name of that joint?
A&W's. A&W's.
That's incredible.
There's breakfast saying on me.
On me. Get anything you want, baby. $1 menu only.
For you, baby.
This is what your man's money anyway. That's incredible. I've never heard such riveting stories in my life. As for my celebration, after I'm done nearly drowning myself after drinking out of the Wii Golf Invitational Pro-Am Cup, I'd like to think I would kiss my children, who are just equally as sweaty as me. They've just been, watching their dad do the thing. And they're, like, dressed just like me. It's adorable. And then I just meet Chris, and we actually go to the Wicked Good Gaming International Airport, and I fly to Montreal. And we split lunch. We just like meet up for lunch afterwards at A&W and
soup and a salad.
Pay with the Immortals credit cards. Yeah. Wow. Well, that was riveting.
That was exhausting. I'm not gonna lie. I was thinking so hard during that.
I know that was a lot of creativity. I mean, we were talking about creativity in the beginning of the episode, and you really pulled that out. I'm proud of you.
I do it for the people. I don't do it for myself.
Yeah.
I do it for the people.
Yeah, love it. So we've got I think we've probably got a couple more minutes left of content. One thing that I did want to touch on briefly was that that Fortnite tournament that I was talking about before. Apparently, people were just like so cautious when they were playing that things were moving really slow as it was. And the conditions, like the streaming conditions, were so fucking bad that they ended up just straight up cutting it after 4 games, and it was supposed to be a 10-game tournament. You couldn't fucking pay me to watch 10 games of Fortnite personally. I've like played a bunch, but that's because I get out really early and then I just like jump back in. But I wouldn't be able. It couldn't be me. I absolutely.
What was the reason that they ended it early?
They ended up because I think like the stream numbers were like nosediving because the quality was so bad and like nothing was happening. So I think just like the people at Epic were just like, yeah, nobody's watching this, and it probably became just like a farce to do. So after the 4th game, they just cut it short, and they even admitted it. They did a bunch of interviews, and they were just like, yeah, it didn't go as planned, but
yeah, that didn't happen with the PUBG Invitationals.
Because fucking psychopaths watch that.
A lot of people watch it.
They're all psychopaths. Dude, I was watching the video, the VOD, whatever the fuck it's called, after you play. You were getting your shit rocked at one point. You kept getting shot.
You're talking about this week?
Yeah, it was like 2 days ago. It was like Tuesday. And you were upstairs in one of the houses, and you kept getting shot behind the wall.
Dude,
that was
look, that's like one of the biggest issues with PUBG right now is the connectivity. There's so much desync where it's like you could poke out, take a shot. You like say if I'm dead on, like guys 15 meters away, I'm upstairs, 2nd floor of a building. He's like outside behind a car. I take a shot, should have been a hit. Or like I see blood on his screen, he would be behind the car, he never got hit. And then it could go the opposite way where it's like I'm 2nd floor, the guy's 15 meters out, hiding behind the car. I take a couple of shots and then I curl back into the window so he doesn't have another shot on me, and boom, a third of my fucking health is gone out of nowhere because the desync is just so bad.
I would hate that.
Yeah, it's a nightmare.
I'd break so many TVs.
They're working on it, but like, they've been saying that for 2 fucking years. It felt a lot smoother after the most recent update for the release of Sandhawk. It felt like the game was moving so much smoother, and then like it's been a couple of months afterwards, and the desync has just fucking gone rampant. It's a pain in the ass.
Not good.
But they did just release a new gun and a new vehicle. So
what kind of vehicle?
It's like a mini pickup truck with like the best handling. It's only on Sandhawk, the jungle map. So you get it, and it's like easy to traverse off-road with, and it's got relatively decent health. And then they added a new 5.56 DMR weapon. I haven't used it yet. I'm a snipe. I prefer to snipe. I don't like DMR.
This is a stupid question, but are you in PUBG? You're obviously dropped with nothing, right?
Yeah.
And then, how common is it that you find, compared to Fortnite, is it common that you can find decent weapons?
On Sandhawk, or like in general?
Just in general.
So, for the 2 bigger maps, Erangel and Miramar, the loot is pretty like spread out. Like you have to land at like a major city or like right outside to get like really good loot. So it's kind of a pain in the ass. So like you can land and you could just be running around, go through 5 different buildings and find like an SMG and that's it. But on Sandhawk, they completely changed that. They upped the spawn rate of like SMGs and assault rifles and sniper rifles. So it doesn't matter where you land on the map. You can go to any fucking hut and you should find it. And you should find relatively decent loot because the gameplay is so much faster because the map is so much smaller.
Yeah.
Like they need to cut the looting phase down significantly to get into like the actual combat, like mid-game phase gunfights, moving with the circle into end game. They have to just move everything a lot faster. But they absolutely achieved that with Sandhawk, the map. And there's a lot of rumors that the next map, it's supposed to be a snow map, is also going to be another small one. So there's a lot of like PUBG commentators, like WTF Moses, friend of the podcast, friend of the brand. He was actually talking about how the next best thing for them to do, it was either, I think it was him. It was either him or Shroud, I can't remember. But either one of them, they were talking about the next best thing for them to do is release 2 more small maps and then 1 large map, but then keep like the weapon spawn rate increased so like the gameplay feels more fluid and fast-paced.
They've been teasing a snow map for a while now, right?
Yeah. So I think right after Miramar launched, the rumors started spreading that the next map was going to be a snow map, but then they dropped Sandhawk, which is all jungle, lush green forest, trees, huts, like not super vertical major cities either. So it's only like 2 to 3 stories for every town. But yeah, I mean the snow map's been hinted at since like after Miramar, right after Miramar.
Nice.
But that it's already been teased that that's the next map. They did I think it was at E3, they did a live, like they did a trailer for the release of Sandhawk with all the new weapons and shit. Or no, this is right after Sandhawk. So they did a trailer for like a bunch of new shit coming into the game. And then at the end, they showed like a snowy mountain.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
So
Speaking of lush, Dom, you got anything?
I mean, I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about. But
Real boy games, not Wii Golf. Talk about Wii Bowling, fam.
Listen, Wii Bowling. Oh, wait a second! I won the fucking first game of bowling of my whole life. Literally first game of bowling I've ever won in my life. And let me tell you something. I get it now. I get it. I think you gotta just. I wasn't even really like. I'm not like super competitive. But I was just happened to be bowling really well, and the cocktails were kind of cheap, and they were flowing. And we went to this place called Strike, which is basically like Kings in Australia. And they, on Sundays, I guess Sunday fun days are like a big deal in Sydney. So there's a lot of different happy hour things that go for a couple extra hours. And so we go to Strike, and you can get a free round of bowling for like any beer. You buy a beer, and you get a free round of bowling. It's fucking unbelievable, dude. It's unreal. So we just kept ordering shit. We just kept ordering beers, and they give you like a tiny little slip that comes on the end of the receipt. And you just go, yeah, I just want to re-up another round of bowling, and you can just keep playing all night.
Dude, that's sick.
It's fucking awesome. And the beers aren't that expensive. They were like $5-6. So you pay like $7 for a round of bowling. It was just fucking unbelievable. So, yeah, pretty cool. But yeah, I guess that counts as a game because you said Wii Bowling. So I won my first round of bowling. It probably still wasn't good. My best round of bowling is probably still fucking shit compared to the tons of people that I know that actually bowl really well.
What did you bowl?
I don't remember.
What was your score?
I blacked out as soon as I won. As soon as the last frame ended.
Say,
what's average like?
It was like?
I mean, 300 is the best one, right? That's like as good as you can get. All right, so it was probably like, I don't know, fucking 220, 230.
No way. There's no way you bowled
at 220. Dom.
There's no way you bowled at 220. Dom, I used to bowl all the time. I've had incredible games bowling. The most I ever the highest I ever bowled was like a 230.
All right, so it was a 229.
There's no way. I guarantee there's no way.
231. It was actually a 230 and a half. They were like, it's uncanny. We've never seen somebody split a point before.
There's not a fucking. I used to bowl like 2 or 3 times a week, and we would play. For money, like me and my friends, because we're all fucking degenerates.
Dude, I bowl 2 or 3 times a decade. I fucking did a 230 and a half. I mean, it's unreal. They said they've never seen it before. Broke a fucking pin in half. It was ridiculous. What else you guys want to talk about? The episode's almost over.
Rainbow Six Siege has been dropping the ban hammer hard.
Yeah, what's going on with that?
Recently.
They were banning people. I know for like hate speech and foul language and
Yeah.
stuff, which is great. I'm really happy about that. Obviously, has no fucking place in it. So they're just trying to like weed out people in a to prevent having a toxic community. Have they been cracking down on anything else?
So I know it's been heavily based on like racial slurs and homophobic remarks.
Mm-hmm.
So if you get reported at the end of the game, because like Rainbow Six Siege is literally all about communications. If you can't talk to the rest of your team, the other 4 people on your team, and be like, yeah, there's a person at A, there's a person down Long Hall or shit like that, like you have no information. You can't actually play the match.
Right.
And then it's even worse when you get someone screaming like at the top of their lungs, shit talking everybody, dropping bombs on people and shit like that. So if you get reported now, it's almost like a zero tolerance policy, where if you get reported for like hate speech or homophobic remarks,
Yeah.
they ban you, and I think it's for like 20 minutes to start. And if it keeps happening, you get banned for like 24 hours, and then you get banned for like a week, and then you get a month, and then after a certain amount of time, you just get banned. Like you're just done.
Wow.
But like, there's a lot of games that try to implement that aren't very successful with it. Like Overwatch had it for a while, where like if you were typing too like aggressively in chat, you would get chat banned.
Mhm.
Same thing with League of Legends. Like I got chat banned in League of Legends a couple of times for like weeks on end because that game fucking ruined me. But like, yeah, you would get chat banned. And then in Overwatch, if you got reported at the end of the game, you could get put on like a I don't want to play with this person ever again list. That you could select like, oh, this person like threw the game for us. This guy didn't leave spawn. He was intentionally dying, jumping off the map, shit like that. You could just put him on the don't play with this guy.
I like that.
But like on top of that, they didn't really. I haven't heard crazy stories about Blizzard just banning a shit ton of people for Overwatch for a lot of that shit. Like they ban a lot of people in high view count streamers who like cheat or they say stupid shit live on stream. They'll give them fines and shit like that, or they'll ban them for a little bit. But like, there's not many stories of people just being like, yeah, I've been shut out of Overwatch. Like I can't ever play.
Yeah.
I was watching a video, it was a couple of months ago, about how a guy he got reported for hate speech and then throwing the game as well. And then they just permabanned. They completely I'm pretty sure they permabanned him. And then he reached out to Blizzard and was like, hey, what the fuck is the deal? Like I got reported one game. And then they were like, no. Let's go back and check the record. He had like 11,000 fucking reports on him. There's no way it should take 11,000 reports to fucking ban a toxic player in your game. I don't know. I'm glad that Rainbow Six is coming down hard on. Like you can't have toxic people in your community like that. It just kills a game. It makes people not want to play it.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. I 100% agree. I mean, and that's I think a huge reason why a lot of other companies are following suit. I mean, it's just there's really just no room for it, and the fucking internet is a cesspool as it is. So, I mean, having people that are, especially in a team-based game like Siege, where you fucking need it's like communicate or die. There's just no room for people, fucking popping off at the mouth with a bunch of bullshit. And, and if you're associating with those type of people, you're going to get punished too, because people are going to get you're going to lose people on your team. So good for all the developers that are doing that. Keep it up. Fuck these people. Yeah, let's do a little Wicked Good Gaming. Send it. Chris, do we have any new comments or subscribers on YouTube?
So we have comments. We've shouted them out before. Let me make sure I pronounce it right this time. Jacob Deschanel.
Deschanel.
Yeah, Zoe Deschanel. And besides him, he was commenting on a few of our things, but I'll shout out a new subscriber, which is Oscar Magana, something like that.
Shout out to you.
Like Manjana.
Great. Perfect. You got anything else?
No.
Do they have any nice new content up on YouTube that they can watch, or is it still stuff from like 7 weeks ago?
There's something from last week.
Ooh. Nice new content on YouTube. Bob?
I want to give a shout out to, I've done it several times on the podcast before, but my buddy James Tessa, who launched his own company, his own startup, Warm Up Protein, they got into the finals for Mass Challenge, which is I'm pretty sure it's the biggest startup foundation in the country. And they're in the finals, and he was just recently on NECN, like promoting his brand. Kid's fucking killing it, absolutely killing it.
Shout out to him.
We'll have to get him on. We'll have to get him on the podcast one of these days. He wants to do a little collaborative work, so we'll get him on. We'll get him on the podcast.
Ooh, I like it. I want it. That sounds good.
Great kid, absolutely great guy, fucking great guy.
Dom, you have anything?
No, I do. So shout out to you guys for holding it down 2 whole weeks. I really appreciate the continued flow of content, and we're gonna have even more of it soon. We intended on having a conversation about that last night, but we had some fucking insane technical difficulties, so that was pretty ridiculous. But shout out to everybody who has continued to make it a point to tune in over the past 85 weeks. You are very special, and even though he can't be with us right now, big shout out to the OG Sig, Kung Fu Ken. He was supposed to actually be on the podcast last night, and due to some like insane technical difficulties and some other bullshit that was going on, we couldn't get him on. But we're going to in the near future. He's currently slaving away unloading a Best Buy truck right now. Thoughts and prayers to him. Make sure you throw your T's and P's up for Kung Fu Kenny. He's the one who's been sticking with us since we had fucking a half a viewer, for the first like 30 episodes of the show. So it's only because of like people like that we can kind of get where we are, and we've had a lot of really great regulars since then. You guys already know who you are, but Joe, Katonic, we fucking appreciate you. We love you to death. We've got some other great ones. TP Poker will come in and out once in a while and like say something raunchy and leave, but we still love him. He's fucking low-key hysterical. I don't even know if he follows us or subscribes to us, but he's always here. So
we have no clue.
It's got to be one of them, but he's the biggest mystery in life. And then shout out to everybody who's here tonight. I noticed a couple of new names: Slow Cool, Land Fusion, Commander Root, and Mr. Linguini. I know Mr. Linguini's been around for a couple episodes as well, so shout out to you. And
Crazy Jace.
Crazy Jace
has been popping in.
Yep, Crazy Jace. Big shout out to him. Chuck MD. And there's a couple other people that I'm sure I missed. But you guys know who you are. We appreciate you. And if we don't shout you out this episode, we will make sure to in a future one. And if you want to be a part of this, we try to engage with people as much as we can. And if that's your thing, great. Make sure you follow us on all social media networks. It's everything/Wicked Good Gaming, except for Twitter, which is Wicked Good Games. If you go to wickedgoodgaming.podbean.com, you can see the brand new, fresh, uploaded content every Friday. That's our host. We love them very much. And we are also available on every podcast platform you could think of: iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio. Spotify is our biggest one. We're going through some shit right now, but we still love Spotify, and we're the #1 top trending gaming podcast on Spotify for a reason. So check us out, follow, tell your friends. And if you comment, is it comment or subscribe, Chris, or both?
Subscribe for the shout out. You can comment for another one.
Or you leave us a review on iTunes.
Yes.
How about that?
Yeah, you leave us a review on iTunes, comment or shout out on, or comment or subscribe, or both on YouTube, preferably both. We're gonna shout you out. We're gonna be reading all the reviews on the air from now on. So if you leave a review, hopefully you love the show. Hopefully it's 5 stars. And you leave us a comment. Hopefully it's something nice, or maybe you roast us. I mean, I don't know. You might say some mean things. I'm gonna read them. I'm gonna read them on the air. So we'll go from there. So leave us a review on iTunes. Follow us on everything. Unfollow us if you're a fucking dickhead. And that's pretty much all I got. Really, it's not another gaming podcast, baby. We love you so very much. And we'll see you next week, I guess. Yeah, We'll do that. We'll see you next week. Mwah.